guys, I hope you're all doing really well. I know I haven't actually seen a couple of you that are doing it online, so I really hope that you're doing good. I wanted to do a new video for you, so I've come into Yvonne's lovely studio just before my class this morning. I've come in early enough so we should manage to get a good hour's class in and just get some of my own practice in as well. So I hope you enjoy it. So we'll get started. So we'll just stand with your feet hip width apart and your knees are nice and soft. And we'll start by loosening off into the neck muscles. So let's just turn round to one shoulder. Hold that stretch. And then we'll come back to the middle and then turning round to the other side. And just keep that going now, just back and forth. And we'll start to relax into the shoulders. Let's come a little bit closer so you can see me a bit better. Good, we'll do one more to each side. And then we'll come back to the centre. We're going to tuck your chin down into your collarbone now so you feel that stretch right into your upper back and into the back of your neck. And then we'll gently lift up towards the ceiling. And just keep that going now, just tucking your chin down and under. And then gently lifting up. Good. Let's do one more of each. Excuse me. Good, we'll come back to the middle. We're going to stay facing straight ahead now and then just tip your ear down towards your shoulder. So just make sure that you're not turning and facing down towards the floor. You want to be still facing forward so that you're feeling that stretch right into the side of your neck. And then slide your opposite hand down your side. And we'll just take a deep breath in. And then exhale, let your shoulders relax down. Just hold that stretch for a few more seconds. Good, and then we'll gently lift back up to the centre. We're going to drop your ear down to your other shoulder. Slide your opposite hand down your side, creating that resistance into the neck. We'll take a breath in here. And then just exhale, sink your shoulders down a bit further. And then we'll gently come back up to the middle. We're going to draw your chin down to your collarbone again, and then we'll start to roll up to your shoulder now. And then just let your head relax forward, roll your chin along to the other side. And we'll keep that going back and forth. It's such a lovely way to loosen off into your neck muscles. Such a miserable morning today. It's so dark and miserable and rainy out there. Just an excuse to stay in this weekend. Let's do one more here, guys. One more stretch. And then we'll come back to the centre. Good. We're going to loosen off into your shoulders now. So your elbows are loose. We'll start by circling the shoulders up and back. So lifting up towards your ears and let your shoulder blades pinch back together. So it's all about the shoulders. First of all, your arms are just heavy by your sides. Good. We're going to start to bring your elbows up now as well. So taking your hands on your shoulders here, we'll circle the elbows up and then back. Good, so we're really getting into your chest muscles. Okay, good, and then we'll do a few arm circles here. So take a nice deep breath in as you reach up. And then a big exhale as you open the arms out behind. So really reaching up towards the ceiling so you're feeling that stretch right down your side into your torso. We'll do one more. Good. Arms are by your side. Let's take the shoulders back up and forward now. So other direction. And we'll start to bring your elbows up again. So pulling your elbows in front this time. Good. Let's do one more here. And let's do some arm circles. So inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, stretching your arms out in front. Do one more. Lovely, guys. And then just shake it out there. Feeling nice and loose into the upper upper body. Good. Let's get into a good standing alignment now. So your feet are still hip width apart, your knees are just a little bit soft. We'll get your pelvis into neutral, so isolate your pelvis and start to tip back and forth, making that move smaller and smaller until you've settled round about the middle. You're going to keep your abdominals pulled in just slightly, relaxing your arms down. Let's inhale now as you shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Let's put your helium balloons on. As you exhale, melt your shoulders down, lengthen through your spine and neck. And then lifting your rib cage up as well. Big inhale as you lift. Your rib cage is staying lifted. And then exhale, melt your shoulders down as you lengthen. And we'll bring the shoulders up one more time. And we'll start to rotate them outwards now. So your palms are then facing towards the front. Let's melt your shoulder blades down your back. Let them slide down against the back of your rib cage. And elastoplasty them so they don't move as we take your arms by your sides. So let's inhale from here, arms floating up to shoulder height. Exhale as you melt your shoulders. And inhale. And then exhale, so pulling both arms all the way down, lengthening through your spine. Just trying to open up the spaces in between the vertebrae. We'll keep that going, so inhale, exhale, shoulders melting down, inhale, and then exhale, so arms are coming down as your middle lengthens, your chin gently tucked down. We'll do one more. Lovely guys, a little shake out there. Okay, we're going to make our way down onto your mat now, so I'll let you get yourself down safely, rolling onto your back while I adjust the camera. Got a bit more space in the studio than in my little dining area of the kitchen. This is a nice treat. Okay guys, so just taking it onto your back. Okay, so your pillow's not too far down your neck. Keep the legs bent. If you prefer to have them out straight though, if you find that's easier to get into alignment, then take them out straight, but it's usually easier with the legs bent. We'll take a nice deep breath in together. When you're ready, let your chest expand and then just exhale and let the back of your rib cage just soften and sink back in towards your mat. Your palms are facing up towards the ceiling and your arms are just slid out to the side, just enough to let your shoulder blades relax out. Okay, so the back of your hips are feeling nice and even, just having a little shuggle to get yourself feeling centered. And we'll start to tip your pelvis back and forth, making that move smaller and smaller, settling round about the middle again. And just making sure you're not pressing down too firmly through your lower back. Just keeping our natural curve that we have there. So feet and knees are hip width apart, and we'll press down evenly into all four corners of each foot. So let's wake up the corset muscles now. So let's inhale, taking your breath into the sides of your rib cage, lateral breathing. As you exhale, let's pull each side of your rib cage in towards each other, across your upper body. And inhale again, so into the sides of your body. Exhale to pull across your ribs and now draw your abdominals down. So belly button down towards your spine without pressing your lower back into your mat. And we'll inhale. Exhale to pull across your ribs. Flatten your abdominals and pull across the front of your hip bones as well now. Imagine your hip bones could slide in towards each other. We'll put this all together. Let's inhale. And as you exhale, lace up your corset now. So pulling across the body, your ribs, your hip bones, flattening your tummy. Inhale when you're ready. And just take a few breaths here, lacing up your corset each time. Your arms and legs are nice and relaxed. Your shoulders feel really heavy against the floor. floppy leg lifts. So instead of a tabletop leg, as we lift your leg up, we'll keep your lower leg really relaxed and floppy as we bring the leg up and as we lower back down. So for this move, just bring your heels a bit closer towards your body to start with. Pelvis is still in neutral, shoulders are relaxed, your chin is gently tucked down towards the collarbone. So let's inhale to prepare, so into the sides of your body. Exhale and lace your corset, so ribs, abdominals, tighten across your hip bones, and we'll start to lift one foot from the floor now, but relaxing your lower leg. So we're still lifting up until your thigh is roughly at a right angle with your upper body, making sure that knee isn't too close, not too far, just above your hip. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, so ribs, abdominals, pull it across the hips, keep your leg relaxed, and we'll slowly bring your foot back down to the mat. So it's a very, very small lift. Changing sides, we'll inhale, exhale, lace your corset, so without your pelvis moving, let's bring the other leg up really slowly. And if you relax your foot, that really helps to switch off those leg muscles. So by relaxing your leg, we're allowing your leg to feel heavier, challenging your alignment a bit more. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, keep your leg relaxed as we slowly bring your foot down without your back beginning to arch, keeping your shoulders relaxed. And just keep that going now. Lacing your corset before you bring the leg up, and then again before you lower. So really try to control this move as much as you can. It's a very small but very precise move. Focus on your pelvis, don't let it move. You want the back of both hips to still remain even against the floor. And we really are targeting the lower abdominals with our floppy leg lifts. So your hip bones as if they could pull in towards each other across your lower abdomen. You'll also feel your pelvic floor lifting when you do that. And we all have a pelvic floor, men and women. It's just the base of your core muscles, which I spoke about before. Okay guys, let's do one last move. Good. And relax there. We're going to float the arms up now, so palms are facing in towards each other, fingers pointed to the ceiling. Okay, then from here, just let your shoulders just melt back into the mat. So you'll feel your arms might just open up slightly wider than shoulder width apart when you do that. So you want to imagine your shoulder blades are really flat. Imagine lying on some hot sand. Your shoulders are feeling nice and heavy, leaving an imprint in that sand. So a little bit of mobility for the shoulders now. I want you to push one shoulder up towards the ceiling. So let your shoulder blade lift away from the mat. And then just pull the shoulder back down. Let your shoulder blade flatten. Other side, so pushing your shoulder up, and instead of focusing on moving your arm, just focus on your shoulder. So try not to let your elbow bend anymore, just keeping your arm in this position and that movement's coming from your shoulder instead. And just see how much you can really flatten your shoulder blades back down. So really working on your isolation here, it's just the shoulders that we're thinking about. Forgetting about the arms and the hands, which takes a little bit of practice to do. We'll do both shoulders together now, so push both shoulders up, let your shoulder blades lift away, and then we'll flatten them back down against that sand, and just do a few now, both shoulders together. So when you push your shoulders up, your shoulder blades are winged out away from your rib cage. And when you flatten them back down, your shoulder blades are then sitting flat against the rib cage. So talk about our elastoplast muscles keeping the shoulders back. It's these muscles that we're using here as we pull them back down, our rhomboid muscles. Good, let's do one more here, well done. And then just bring your arms by your sides, let the blood run back into the fingers, give them a little wiggle. We're going to hug one knee up into the chest, other leg if that's comfortable, holding at the back of your knees and just gently rock side to side. Give your lower back a little massage on the floor. And we'll bring your feet back down, so heels a bit close again. Just slightly closer, we'll find our neutral pelvis. We're going to put our leg move together with the arms now. So we're going to bring the arms up again, so palms facing up. Palms facing in, fingertips pointed up. Let your shoulder blades just really pull them back down into that sand, let them flatten down. And let's try to keep them in place now as we take the arms overhead as we bring one leg up. So let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, so ribs, abdominals, pull across your hips. And as we bring one leg up now, we're going to take both arms back overhead. So really relax, floppy leg. And your arms are feeling really heavy as well. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, relax your arms, keep relaxing your leg. As we bring your foot back down, we'll float the arms up. And then changing legs, we'll keep that going. Okay, so as your arms float back now, you want to be mindful of the alignment of your spine, not letting your ribs begin to arch or your back lift. Let's keep the back of your ribs pressed back down into that sand as well. Keeping your shoulder blades, keeping them snuggled into the sand. So we're using our muscles across our hip bones now, our lower abdominals, but also thinking about the muscles in between the ribs, your intercostal muscles. They're working quite hard here to keep your spine in alignment. Well done, let's make this your last move. Good. And then bringing your arms back down by your sides. So palms are fully facing up. Okay, so we're going to progress these lifts now. So this time we'll bring the first leg up, we'll keep it lifted. Then we'll bring the second leg up. We'll lower your first leg down on its own, followed by your second leg. So up, up, down, down. Sticking to your singles though if you prefer to. Okay, so pelvis into neutral. Both hips are feeling even against your mat. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, and let's slowly bring up your first leg now. Relaxing your foot. Your pelvis is still steady, it hasn't tipped over to the side. Let's keep this leg lifted now if you can. Inhale, exhale, lace your corset, so really tighten across your hips as we bring your second leg up nice and slowly. So try to keep your abdominals flattened down here, making sure your back isn't arching, so just keep pressing your pelvis gently back into neutral, relaxing your shoulders. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, and we'll slowly lower your first leg down on its own. Good, little sips of breath just as you need them. Well done, let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, and we'll bring your second leg down slowly on its own. And just start your next move on this leg that you've just brought down, and let's do a couple. So make sure your corset is fully laced before you raise your second leg. So get your muscles working as soon as that foot leaves the mat. Tighten in through your centre and keep drawing your hip bones towards each other as if they could slide together. checking that you're still relaxing your leg, relax your feet, that really helps. Sounds like such a strange thing to do, but it really does help. Well done guys, let's make this your last move. Good, well done. We're going to bring one knee up in towards the chest. Press your lower back down into your mat as we slide your other leg out. And then just let your foot relax out to the side and then slide this leg out into our hip flexor stretch. So just hold it there, but keep your lower back just firmly pressed back into the mat. Now we'll just breathe into this stretch here. Just let your foot really relax out, soften through your leg and your thigh. You can bring your other knee out to the side a little if you want to get a bit deeper in that stretch, but keep pressing the back of your hips down into the mat. Make sure they don't lift up. We want to try and keep that resistance across the front of the hip. And we're going to give your glutes a good squeeze now. Just squeeze in your bum cheek, but keep the front of your leg just still nice and relaxed. Let's slide that leg back in. Let's hug that knee up in towards your chest. We'll have a little rock out side to side. Back and forth. Releasing your knees and just hugging them closely back in. Let's slide the other leg out now. So keep the other knee hugged in. Press your lower back down. Let your foot flop out and slide your heel out to the side. Good, we'll hold it here. Just breathe into this stretch. We'll bring your knee out to the side, but press the back of your hips down. Let's give your glutes a good squeeze again. Just contracting those big muscles behind your hip, helps the muscles in the front to lengthen a little bit further. Relax guys, slide that leg back in. Okay, we'll bring your feet back down. We're going to progress these lifts now. So we're going to bring the legs up one at a time, and this time we'll lower both feet down together. So double the weight now. If your back doesn't like both legs lowering down at the same time, if it feels like it's straining too much, or you're losing your alignment a bit too much than you would like, then just take it back to single legs down, as we did before. So your palms are facing up, heels a bit closer, settling into neutral through your pelvis. So let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, so ribs, abdominals, pull across your hips, and we'll bring one leg up nice and slowly, relaxing your foot. Your knee is roughly above your hip, not any closer than that. Mindful of your position of this leg. Let's inhale again. Exhale, lace your corset, keep that leg lifted if you can now. We're going to bring your second leg up slowly, flatten your tummy down still. So hold on to your corset here, but just keep breathing into the sides of your body so you can keep your abdominals and your lower abdominals really laced up. So let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lace your corset as tight as you can, pull across your hips. We're going to bring both feet down together really slowly, but without your pelvis tipping forward. So keep the back of your shoulders down, keep pressing back into your neutral position. Well done guys. We'll just do a couple here in your own breath. Good, so it can be quite a lot of work into the back muscles when we're lowering both feet down together. Hold on to your corset, little sips of breath just as you need them. Good, let's make this your last move. Good, well done. We're going to do the same move again. I'll just let you finish your last one. Okay guys, so same leg move. Single legs lift in, double legs will lower. We're going to add in the arms as well. So just follow my instruction with this one. We're just testing a little bit of the coordination. We're going to bring your arms up, turn your palms in, let's sink the shoulders back down into that sand, keeping your chin gently tucked down. Okay, so let's inhale, exhale and lace your corset, and as we bring one leg up now, we're going to float your opposite arm overhead. So opposite leg and opposite arm now. Still a really floppy leg. We're going to keep this arm back and this leg lifted. So inhale, exhale, lace your corset. The other leg is lifted now as your other arm now travels back as well. So you're going to end up with both legs lifted, both arms back. Make sure your ribs are still down, pelvis still held back in neutral. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset. So relax your arms and your leg. We're going to bring both feet down together as we float both arms up at the same time. So keep pulling across your muscles, flattening down. Oh, it's so hard to talk and do that one. Good, so just keep that going. So we're going to start with opposite arm and leg, just lacing up your corset. Keep your shoulder down. Keeping that arm back, this leg lifted. We'll inhale, exhale, lace your corset, other leg is lifted, other arm is travelling back. Okay, your chin is tucked in still. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset. We're going to relax your arms and legs as we float them up and bring your feet back down slowly. Good, well done. Quite a tricky move, this one. So you can bring single legs down, you can add in the arms still if you prefer. We'll just do a couple more. We'll make this your last move here, guys. Well done. Good job, guys. Bring your knees up when you're finished. Have a little stretch again. You can give your knees a little circle out one way, then the other. Okay, good. So one last move with the floppy legs. A little bit different this one. We're going to bring the legs up one at a time and keep them lifted, but still floppy legs. And then we're going to take the knees out to the side, do some little knee floats out, just to challenge the alignment of your pelvis, but challenging the pelvis in the other direction. So kind of thinking about kind of working across the muscles instead this time. So we'll get the legs lifted one at a time again, so heels are close enough in. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, and let's slowly bring up your first leg now, nice and slowly. Floppy leg, just let your foot relax, as if your calf is just dangling and resting into the back of your thigh. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset. We'll slowly bring up your second leg now, as we try to keep your pelvis in neutral, just tipping back. Now, don't have your knees too close. Let's take them just a centimetre or two further. You'll feel instantly how much more of a challenge that feels, but keep pressing your pelvis gently back into neutral without flattening your back down. Relax your shoulders. Let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lace your corset. We're going to float one knee out to the side without your pelvis tipping. We're going to pause, inhale, exhale, lace your corset, relax your thigh as you float your knees slowly back in. Changing sides when you're ready. Lacing your corset, other knee is floating out, but your pelvis is really still. Inhale, Exhale, lace your corset. So think about pulling across your hips to draw that knee slowly back in. A very, very small move, this one. I'll let you do a couple just on each side, okay? Just not getting a rest in between your moves with this one. Keep relaxing your shoulders down. You're doing a really good job. Well done. Got a tray of marbles on your pelvis here. Let's try to keep all those marbles on this tray. Let's do one more to each side. Well done, guys. Good job. Just bring a leg down at any point. So make this your last move. We're going to keep both legs lifted if you can. Let's inhale. Exhale, lace your corset. And we're going to bring both feet down nice and slowly without your back lifting, without your pelvis tipping. Keep breathing. Oh, and relax. You can breathe now. Well done. Just bring your knees up, have a stretch. So you do really feel those floppy legs working the hip flexors as well. We're going to give them a good stretch out in a sec. Okay guys, we're going to take it into a hamstring stretch now. So if you have a band, I forgot to get one. You can do this without your band. If you don't have one, or if you're at home, use a scarf or a dressing gown rope if you have one of those handy. Press your lower back into the mat. Let's hug one knee up into the chest, and then we're going to gently straighten this leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Now my hamstrings are really tight this morning, so my leg's quite low. That's okay though. As long as your leg is quite straight, it doesn't matter if it's lower to the ground. What matters is how straight your leg is, so that you're feeling that into the hamstrings. So we're just going to hold it here for a few seconds. So all four corners of the other foot is planted down into your mat, so you feel stable on that side. We'll breathe into the stretch here. We're going to press your bum down into the floor. Point your toes back towards your head, so just keep breathing into that stretch. Good, let's bend that knee down, guys. We're going to change side, so other knee is hugging up. Lower back, press down. We'll straighten this leg all the way up when you're ready. You can see this is my good leg. Okay guys, just hold it there, just keep breathing. Also depends what time of day you're stretching. So if it's the morning, like it is for me, your muscles are quite tight. They've not really been moving around while we've been sleeping. They're not warm yet, so the end of the day is the best time to stretch out. Just take it nice and easy if it is the morning. Press your bum into the floor, tip your toes back towards your head. So breathe into it. Good, and relax, guys. Let's bend that knee in. We're going to take it into our shoulder bridge now. So we're going to take your pillow away, slide your heels a bit closer in towards your body. Okay, and we're going to keep your arms by your sides, tuck your chin down just a little. Let's start with our little prep move. So let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, and now tip your pelvis all the way back, so your lower back is now leaving an imprint down in the sand. And then as you inhale, just relax into neutral. Let's keep that going now. So exhale, lace your corset, tip your pelvis back, press down quite firmly through your lower spine. And then inhale as you return to neutral. And just do a couple here in your own breath now. Just enjoying a nice stretch into the lower back. If you have any tightness there, this will feel quite nice. Just gently easing off those muscles. Your tailbone might start to lift just a little bit higher with each tilt. Good, let's do one more here. And then relax here, guys. We're going to lift up into the full bridge this time. So all four corners of your feet are just planted evenly into the floor. Let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lace your corset. Start with your prep move as we tip all the way back, lower spine, pressing into the mat. We're going to let your tailbone lift up now. We're going to peel your spine away, lifting one vertebra at a time. And if you can, lifting all the way up until you have your ski slope from your knees right down to your shoulders. Let's inhale at the top. Exhale, lace your corset, keep your pelvis tipped all the way back and start to lay your spine back down on your mat. Working from the top right down to the bottom, tipping back all the way so that your tailbone touches the mat right at the end of the move. And I'll let you keep that going now. So in your own breath, lacing your corset, tipping back and then lifting up into your bridge. We'll just draw your chin down to your collarbone so your neck is lengthening as your hips lift. And then lacing your corset again before you roll out of your bridge nice and slowly. Really focusing on articulating your spine, just encouraging as much movement as you can. And just make sure you've still got all four corners of your feet planted down. Nice steady base to lift up onto. Okay guys, let's make this your last move. Just enjoying that movement. Such a lovely one to do in the morning. Back feels so much better now. So when you're finished, you can have your pillow behind your head again. Let's take it into a nice stretch. So legs are still bent, and then we'll take your arms out wide. And then let's cross your right leg over your left leg, keeping your knees close together. Now if that is uncomfortable for your hips in any way, or you've maybe had a hip replacement, then just bring your feet and knees together instead, so they're nice and close. We're going to let both knees just sink over towards your left hand side, keep your shoulder blades pulled back against the mat, and turn your head over towards your right hand. So knees are going one way, your head is going the other, and then just relax into this stretch, keep that right shoulder blade really pulled back into place. And just breathe into this stretch and just let any tension go that you might be gripping onto through your hips. Let them relax. You hold quite a lot of tension in the hip area. Let your quads and your thigh muscles switch off here. And just breathe into this stretch. Press your lower back down into the mat as you push your knees up to the middle. We'll cross your other leg over, or just feet and knees are coming close together. And we'll take both knees over to your right this time. Pull your shoulder blades back and turn your head over towards your left. And then just relax into that stretch here. Let everything soften. We'll breathe nice and deeply into it. Press your lower back into the mat. We'll push your knees up to the middle. Let's uncross your legs. We're going to straighten one leg out, followed by the other leg. And let's bring both arms overhead now. Full body stretch. Point your toes and your fingers away from each other. Give your abdominals a good stretch. Oh, excuse me, I always yawn when I do this stretch. And we'll give your glutes a good squeeze again. Nice stretch across the front of your hips. And relax there, guys. Well done. So let's take it into side lying now. So if you have an extra pillow that you want to use for some extra height, or maybe you have a block. If not, you can always bring your pillow in between your head and arm with your arm straight above your head. Block with me this morning, so I'm just going to, because my pillow's high enough now, I can just tuck this arm in beside it, And just try and get your shoulders stacked, so just shuffle that bottom shoulder underneath your top one so your neck feels quite comfortable, not putting too much strain into your shoulders. Your hips, knees and ankles are all stacked as well. Make sure your feet are not too far in front or behind, they're coming right underneath your hips so your body's in a nice straight line. Now you should feel like you're almost about to tip forward, so if you're tipping back too much, just roll yourself forward so you'll feel like you're fully lying on your side. Pull your abdominals in just to help with your balance here. Side of your head is fully on your pillow and your top shoulder blade is down and back. You can always have your fingertips just rested on the floor if you need some balance. So from here, let's inhale. Exhale, lace your corset and lift your rib cage up away from the mat. So gently lifting your ribs away. Keep them lifted now, keep your corset tight. Let's inhale to prepare. As you exhale, let's lift your top leg up to hip height. And then inhale to lower, but your ribs are staying lifted, and we'll keep that going. So exhale as you lift your leg, but keep your knee a little bit soft so your leg is relaxed. Inhale to lower. Good. So really challenging your balance and side lying. Your abdominals, your back muscles are working in unison here to hold your alignment. And just think about really lengthening through your spine. So imagine the crown of your head pulling away from your tailbone, and that will just allow you to kind of get your pelvis into a neutral position. Even though we're on your side, it's still in neutral. Good. Let's do one more here. And then just relax down. If you can grab that top foot behind, hug it in closely. We'll just give the front of your thighs a nice stretch. And then we'll take that leg back out. So we're going to lift the leg, this time move it in front and then behind and then lower. So let's inhale, keep the abdominals in. Exhale, lace your corset, lift your rib cage up. And inhale. Exhale to lift your top leg, keep your knee a little bit soft. Now without your upper body moving, we're going to bring that leg in front now. So move from your hip. Nice straight leg, we're going to take it back to the middle. And then moving your leg behind now without letting your body tip forward. Well done. Coming back to the middle. Inhale to lower, ribs are nicely lifted still. And then we'll start on our exhale again to lift. And then we'll keep that going, so moving the leg in front. And it might not move very far, that's okay, it doesn't really matter how far your leg is travelling. Taking the leg behind. What matters is how well you're able to hold your alignment through your upper body. So your goal is to try and keep everything really still through your alignment, as opposed to worrying about how far your leg is moving. Not really the leg that we're working here, it's more our core muscles and our back muscles. Although we are strengthening the outside of our hip, probably feeling that quite quickly. Let's just do one more. Well done guys, just relax down. Oh, feeling the burn there, give it a little rub if you have to. We'll take it into another stretch, so just hugging that foot in if you can. This time give your glutes a little squeeze, push your hips forward. So feeling that stretch right down the hip flexors. We worked them quite well when we did our floppy leg lifts. Good, taking that leg back out. Okay, so abdominals pulled in. Let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, lift your rib cage up, and inhale. Exhale, now lift both legs just off the floor. Use your fingertips if you have to here. Keep them lifted. We're going to move your top leg in front and then move your top leg behind. And just keep that going now with the top leg only. Moving forward and back, but keep your bottom leg just lifted if you can. Good, so keep lifting your ribs up, lacing your corset, keep your abdominals pulled in here. With this move, think about really lengthening your legs away from your body, stretching them out. You can point your toes if that feels comfortable. Good, we'll do a couple here. Well done guys. And then relax down. Oh, feeling the burn. Let's hug that foot in. Another stretch if you want to here. Push your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes but hold your tummy muscles in. Breathe into that stretch. You can also push your foot down into your hand. You'll feel that stretch quite a bit more when you do that. And relax. Good, well done. We're going to do a little stretch for your upper body now. So you can bend your knees in front a little bit. Your feet are still underneath your hips. We're going to bring both arms straight down with your palms together. So your hands are straight down in front of your shoulders. And double up your pillow if you want to. We're going to do our lovely open book stretch. So keep your hips facing forward. We're going to open up this top arm now. Let it sweep over your body. And then open up behind. Let your head follow your hand. And just hold that stretch for a few seconds. And then we'll close back over. So a really nice one just to get into your big chest muscles in the front of the shoulder. And keep your arm in line with your shoulder. Try not to bring it too much further down or up. So try to really keep it in line with the shoulder as you open back. And then you should feel that stretch into your chest. We'll do one more here. I want you to imagine you have a piece of chalk now in this top hand. And let's try and trace a circle up and over your head on the floor now. So keep your fingers close to the ground. Let your hips move a bit more this time so you can really try to get your arm all the way round. Lengthen in that arm away. We're going to draw it up over the thighs, back up to your starting point. And just keep that going now. So your aim is to stay as close to the floor as you can. So we're really getting into these muscles and behind your shoulder, in the front of your shoulder, in and around your shoulder joints. Good, and we'll do one more here, guys. Such a lovely stretch, this one. Good, and relax there. Just hug your knees up into your chest. Just have a little stretch into your lower back. And we're going to take it on to the other side now. So I'll let you just roll yourself round. I'm just going to reposition myself. So getting yourself comfortable here, your shoulders nicely stacked. Hips, knees and ankles all stacked as well. Okay, fully lying on your side. Pulling in your abdominals. And that top shoulder blade is relaxed down away from that top ear. So from here, let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, lift your ribs up, and inhale, exhale to lift your top leg, just relax your thigh, keep your knee soft, and inhale to lower, and just keep that going now. Okay, so just checking in with your spine, feeling really lengthened, your chin gently tucked in. We'll do one more here. And then relax down, stretching that leg out if you want to, just hugging it close in, giving the quads a nice release. There's always one side that you feel a bit more comfortable on than the other in side lying. This is my bad side. Not my bad side, but it doesn't feel so easy on this side. Let's take that leg out. Let's inhale. Exhale, lace your corset, lifting your ribs up. And we'll inhale, exhale to lift your top leg. So without your knee bending now, let's move that leg in front of the body and try not to tip your upper body back now to counteract that weight change. We'll bring it back to the centre and then taking your leg behind without tipping your upper body forward. So quite a small move, just focus on your alignment more than your leg. Inhale to lower. And just keep that going now. Guys, making this your last. Relax down, give that thigh a little rub if it's a bit nippy there. We'll give that leg a stretch again, hugging your foot close in, just push your hips forward, give your glutes a squeeze. And we'll bring that leg back out now. So last move on this side, let's inhale, exhale, lace your corset, lift your ribs, and inhale, exhale, lift both legs just off the floor, keep them lifted. We're going to move that top leg in front and then move it behind. And just keep that going with the top leg only, but try to keep that bottom leg just lifted if you can. So you're feeling your adductor muscles working on the inside of the thigh of your bottom leg and the muscles on the outside of your thigh working on your top leg now. Lengthening your legs out away from your body with this move. Let's keep your ribs lifted, abdominals pulled in. Well done, guys. And then just relax down. Whew. Feeling that one. Let's hug that foot in again. Push your hips forward, squeeze your glutes, and push your foot down into your hand. And relax. We're going to bend the knees in front. We'll do our upper body stretch again, so palms together, arms out in front. Keep your hips facing forward, opening up your top arm now, let it sweep up and over your body. Your head is following your arm as it opens up. Feeling that stretch across your chest. And then we'll close over and do that a few times. And your arm might just get a little bit closer to the floor with each one. So if these muscles are tight across the front of the shoulder, it can cause our shoulders to kind of hunch forward and our upper back to round out. Good, we're going to draw the circle again, so piece of chalk in that top arm, that top hand. We're going to let the hips rock a little bit more, so try and get your arm all the way back against the floor if you can. Really stretching the arm out. Good, so we'll do one more here, guys. Well done. And then relax, hug your knees up, have a stretch, tuck your tailbone under. Nice stretch for the lower back here. Good, we're going to push up onto your side now. And let's just take it into child pose for another stretch. So sitting back on your ankles, taking your arms out and your head down. You can use a pillow for this stretch if you want to. You can also have your knees a bit further apart if that's more comfortable. Just find what's comfortable in this stretch. We're going to do a little bit in 4-point now on the hands and knees. Okay, if you're not so good on the hands and knees, you can lie straight down on your front and prone instead. Okay, arms in a W position if you're doing prone. So for everyone else, we'll just bring your hands under your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. We're going to draw the abdominals in. Keep your shoulder blades relaxed down away from your ears so your elbows are nice and soft. Your head is lifted, your chin is tucked in. We're going to do some leg lifts to start with. So let's inhale, exhale and lace your corset, and now slide one leg out behind, and then let's lift this leg up now without letting your pelvis tilt. So hip bones are still pointed down, and then inhale to slide your knee back in, and then we'll change sides, keep that going. So lacing your corset, slide, and then lift, but still pulling your tummy muscles up. So feeling nice and strong through your lower back. Inhale to lower, good. So elbows are staying soft. We're still lengthening through your neck and your spine. Just making sure your head isn't starting to droop here. End of your spine pulling away from the other. So feeling your lower back muscles kicking in as you lift this leg. And it might not be a very high lift, just taking it as high as you can without tipping your body to the side. Good. If you're feeling confident here, we're going to bring the opposite arm out in front. So just lace your corset to prepare, and we'll bring the opposite arm out in front and just hold it for a second or two to really challenge your balance. Tummy muscles are pulled in, and then we'll slide everything back down. Good. Other arm and leg. Good, well done guys. Keeping that elbow nice and soft. Press into your fingertips just to protect your wrists here. They're feeling a little bit niggly. They're really working to build the strength into the wrists as well. Good, just give me one more move here. Well done. Good job guys, and then sit back on your ankles into child pose when you're finished. Just take the weight off your wrists here, give them a little circle out one way then the other if you want to. Just take some deep breaths here in this stretch. If it's comfortable, bringing your arms by your sides, palms facing up to the ceiling, and just let your shoulders relax down, let your head droop down. This one isn't comfortable for everyone, so if it isn't, then just into your regular child pose. And we'll try to keep pushing your bum against your ankles, so we're feeling that stretch right down and across your back. Okay guys, so we're going to bring it back up to standing. So nice and slowly, take your time onto the hands and knees. So to get up safely from the mat, we'll tuck the toes under. Use your hands to push your weight back in towards your ankles. And then just pushing up through your hands, you can bring it onto the thighs, and we'll slowly walk ourselves up. But let your head lift up last. Reposition myself. Good. Okay, good. Well done guys. So just when you're ready, we'll give the shoulders a little circle out a few times. And then in the other direction. Let's have a little shake out, and we'll get into a good standing alignment to finish off with. So your feet are hip width apart, your knees are soft, settling your pelvis into neutral, just finding the middle. Keep your tummy muscles pulled in just a little bit, and we'll take your arms down. Let's inhale now as you shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Let's put your helium balloons on, and as you exhale, melt your shoulders down as you lengthen up into your spine and neck. Lifting your rib cage and your shoulders now. And keep your ribs lifted, and then we'll exhale to melt your shoulders and lengthen. And bringing the shoulders up one more time, we'll start to rotate them outwards, so your palms are then facing towards the front. And then just let your shoulders melt down now, let them slide down the back of your ribs, and elasticlast them into place as we rest your arms gently by your sides. And lastly, without looking down, spreading your weight out evenly into all four corners of each foot so that you feel balanced, you feel centred, and you feel grounded. Thank you so much everyone, good job. I really hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know. And I'll see you soon in another few weeks' time. I'll get another one uploaded for you. Take care, bye.